Good morning, evening and afternoon. Welcome to part 44 of Aokana, no Kanata no fōRizmu. Last time we ended the day of the first day of the tournament, and on Masia's way home, he ended up running into Ika. I was expecting a different mood or mentality of Rika. I know she's a bit competitive, and I thought she would be a lot more downtrodden. I don't know if that's the right word. A bit more depressed, I guess you could say, in terms of her losing to Misaki. But she wasn't exactly that. She had quite a lengthy discussion with Masia, and she had a suggestion, or she wanted to. I wouldn't really say suggestion, but anyway, she asked Masia if she could possibly join Kunahama's Flying Circus Club's practice. And I was actually quite surprised by that, because for a few reasons. One, well, actually this reason can be seen both ways, but one, I don't see how practicing with Kunahama would be any better than participating in her, I keep forgetting her school's name, her school's Flying Circus Club's practice. I don't see how that would help her. But then again, I mentioned a few times as well, but practicing or fighting against people you're not used to fighting up against will help get rid of bad habits, and it's just better to fight variety, I guess you could say. Another thing was, I don't know how her school would see her going to another school's practice, how they would take it. And another thing was how Masia easily accepted her proposal without considering both the teacher as well as the other members on their views on the practice. So I was actually quite shocked on how easy it was for him to accept it. But anyway. So after that discussion, it ended the day, and we went to the next day, second day of the tournament. I was expecting a little bit more from the off day, I guess you could say, but I guess you couldn't really do much when the other members don't live near him. Yeah, so we started off the second round by running into, I can't remember her name unfortunately, Shirase's sister, Minamo. We ran into Minamo, and she's quite peculiar because she obviously does have, can I say this? She doesn't like being the center of attention. She is quite shy and wants to avoid attention. But from what we know and see, she does enjoy flying circus, and flying for that matter. And the way she's trying to dodge some questions, and from what we know of Shirase himself, I am starting to possibly connect that the Mask Skywalker is Minamo, but again, it's hard for me to really say. It would be interesting if it was, but again, we don't know. After that, we ran into Shion, as well as Shirase himself. They were talking about how Shion wants to kind of separate himself from the club Flying Circus and put more focus onto the upcoming Superfly, a marathon styled event. But from what I could tell and what they said, it didn't seem like he was going away from Flying Circus itself, or more about the club form of it. It was more emphasis on the future, I guess you could say. I don't know what exactly they meant, but we'll have to see what it transitions into. Other than that, not much else happened, and now we're going into the second round. So I'm not expecting too much, honestly. When I was looking at when I was going to my load thing, it had the little title, the finals and aftermath, which made me think we're not going to get really much in terms of the other rounds. From the themes of it, we're going to be focusing more on the final and what happened afterwards, which I'm not really looking forward to, because I actually want to see more of these next upcoming matches. I hope they go more into detail on Misaki's and Asuka's matches, specifically Asuka. I'm going to be again disappointed if they don't show more of it. But anyway, let's see what will happen. The second round has officially begun. It's finally time for Misaki to face Shindo-san. Honestly, I think this is the most important match our club will have all tournament. I really want her to hold her own, but she'll need a good strategy to do that. In his match yesterday, Shindo-san completely overpowered a fighter in a dogfight, even though he's an all-rounder.
まさかファイター相手に V を全く狙わず次のラインに進ませない鳥かご状態にしちゃうとはね。
It ended in an 11-0 victory for Shindo-san. There was a clear difference in skill level for sure, but that's still a ridiculous gap.
私、ああいう試合あまり好きじゃないな。
Here they got heavily emphasized the word hated. Like, I hated watching that. Like, it's a really negative put on it. Whereas...
私、ああいう試合あまり好きじゃないな。
Whereas she's just saying is like, that type of match I don't really like. It's like, it's not really her favorite type of thing to watch. It's more like, no, don't really like watching that type of thing. But here, in English, they make it a lot more negative. Yeah, it seems pretty brutal. And after watching that match...
遠い目をするな。ちゃんと作戦を考えてきたんでしょうね。
Yeah, I hope as well. I'll try. Man, it seems like his dogfighting improved a ton since training camp.
だね。合宿の時はスピードで翻弄されちゃったし、ドッグファイトじゃ私の方が優勢だったんだけど。
Unfortunately, it seems like he's just as good as her now. It makes me feel like maybe he put a lot more emphasis in that style, just so he can go up against Misaki, but we'll have to see. Only way I can see Misaki beating him is if we come up with a plan he's never even imagined, which is going to be quite impossible. I'm guessing you can't just play as a speeder to surprise him, right?
絶対無理。
Then we'll have to bet on the one thing you're good at, dogfights.
そこにしか勝機はないか。
Yeah, seems like that's all you can do to win a match and to win any match. She's a pure fighter, so we've got no other choice. Honestly, I bet Shindo-san wants to face you in a dogfight. Yesterday's match was probably his way of challenging Misaki.
あんな形で宣戦布告してくるなんて、進藤さん、人の良さそうな顔して結構熱いとこあるね。
Of course, all the best players do. Otherwise, none of them would have made it through the harsh practice it takes to get good.
私、闘志をむき出しにされるの苦手だな。
She doesn't like opponents that aren't scary or ones that are overly serious. What's left then? I swear, this girl's real hard to please. Who cares? Anything you can do at this point is go out there and win.
はいはい、分かってますよ、コーチ。一応合宿の時のリベンジはしておきたいしさ。で、 どう戦えばいいかな。弱点とか発見できなかった？
I noticed that his aileron roll is a huge weakness. What did they say in Japanese? I remember because there was a whole thing about it. I remember Kirimomi. Yeah, I remember that I was having issues with this word.
切りもみね。
Okay, so that's it. I know this in a sense. I've seen this a few times before. So that's what that is. It's a maneuver where you dodge an opponent that's coming in from the side by spinning sideways. He was backed into a corner at one point yesterday and used that to dodge, but
けど
it was slow. His opponent couldn't deal with it, but I know you're more than fast enough. If you can get him in the same position, you can use that chance to score a ton of points.
うーん
But I'm wondering if he threw that out there to try and trick Masaya. Honestly, if anybody is as obvious as observant as Masaya, they would easily be able to see that. And him being the player and as good as he is, he should know himself that that is a weakness of his. So I think it's a trap. What? Something wrong?
それって進藤さんを私から逃げるという状況に追い込まないといけないわけだよね。
So it sounds like there's something different here.
それって進藤さんを私から逃げるという状況に追い込まないといけないわけだよね。
Okay, for some reason it's a bit lower for me today. But yeah, something about how wanting to run away or to escape. Either she's saying that she wants to escape so she can put that into fruition and into work, or she's trying to say it's trying to make him run away, which is obviously not going to work either. So you don't have to outdo him or anything. Just keep engaging him in a dogfield fight, and you'll eventually get a chance to counterattack. Players tend to be vulnerable right after launching an attack. The reason is simple. You have to lower your guard to actually focus on an offense. There's a massive difference in skill, then that chance is worthless, but that's not the case here. And because of that, there's no way Shino-san can keep on attacking forever. Especially not when he has limited stamina and has to be ready to defend at a moment's notice. Even if he does start to overwhelm Misaki, all she has to do is wait for an opening to strike. If Shino-san tries an aileron roll, go all in.
つまりこういうこと？切りもみ中の進藤さんの背中を全力で追ってタッチ。
The aileron roll is a move where you spin around the body's central axis, so it'll be hard to slow him down even if you touch him, but
その分切りもみから別の飛行に変えるのに間ができるということを言いたい？
bingo. If you time it right, you can trap him in an aileron roll, which will give you the chance to keep scoring.
そううまくはいかないよね。
Probably not. Still, I think that's the only shot you got at winning this match. Saki sighs in exasperation.
最初は失点覚悟でバチバチやるってことね。
Exactly. You're only good at scoring in dogfights, so this plan suits you best.
気合だ気合だ気合だ。
That's the spirit. Listen, don't ever lose focus. Her chant here,
気合だ気合だ気合だ。
it doesn't sound like she's putting a lot of emphasis or emotion into it. It's like, let's do this. Yeah, okay, we can do this. Sure, okay. Yeah, we got this. Okay. That type of thing. Misaki can be pretty absent-minded at times. No, wait. Maybe it's more accurate to say she's quick to give up.
分かってますよーと、そろそろ試合開始だね。じゃあ行ってきます。飛ぶにゃん。
You have a real shot at winning this if you concentrate.
本気で言ってる？
Well, kinda.
割とね
Misaki shoots me a cute smile as she says that.
ありがとう。頑張ってくる。
I actually like that type of sentence structure, gambatte kuru. It's using the words to do your best and kuru, which is to arrive or to come back. So it's like saying, I'll do my best and come back to you, in a sense. Come back. It's hard to really say that in English, but it's quite interesting.
よろしくね、飛沢さん。
Been a while.
どうもどうも、よろしくお願いします。手を抜いてくれると助かるんですけどね。
そういうわけにはいかないな。この大会に出るのは今年で最後だから、悔いのないように全力で飛ばせてもらう。
Right, because he's probably a third year, so it's his last time to participate in this tournament. Obviously, there's probably a few other tournaments, but the specific one will be his last.
私も頑張りますから、バチバチ来てくださいね。バッチンバチンで楽しくやりましょうよ。
そういう展開になればね。
無駄な話はしないように。試合開始するよ。
はいは
じゃ、よろしくね。
ーい。よろしくお願いします。
セット。
Yeah, I hear the sound of the horn after a short pause. As expected, with him being in Waranda, he's going to go for the early first point of the buoy. Shino-san flies right towards second with the help of a low yo-yo. Misaki, on the other hand, jumps to the second line immediately. Remain calm and stop Shindo-san.
わかってる。
Shino-san touches second to score the first point, then speeds up as he rushes down the line towards Misaki. What? Suddenly, Misaki jerks upward. I'm guessing he fainted. He was probably planning to go up, which caused Misaki to go up, but then he went down, I'm guessing. Oh no, she went straight forward through. And Shino uses that chance to pass below her at terrifying speeds. Huh?
あれ？
Why'd she just let that happen? What the hell are you doing? That was your chance to stop him. Misaki's a fighter, so there's no way she's fast enough to chase him now. You would have stopped him if you didn't move. Misaki jumps to the third line as she starts talking to me.
上に行くってフェイントに引っかかっちゃったよ。
Yeah. A feint?
うん。肩をクイクイって動かしてたから急上昇するのかと思って先回りしようとしたら抜かれちゃった。
I thought she would know that it would be best to wait until the last second to do any type of major moves. How? That's impossible. He didn't slow down at all when he supposedly used that feint. Don't let him fool you again.
わかってる。
Shino-san touches the third, right as Misaki positions herself on the third line. Score is 0-2.
次は止めるよ。ちょっと、
Shino-san throws in a slightly curved horizontal zigzag while maintaining his high speed, then uses a few easy-to-read feints that consist of him twisting his head in the opposite direction of his motion, and after that he begins his final motion, a sharp downward dive. Why is she so surprised? Like, I understand he's probably using some move she has never seen before, but I would say Masiya needs to get and talk to her and say needs to focus and try and stay calm, I guess you could say. Because right now she is completely out of it. Having fallen for all his feints, Misaki has completely lost her balance, and Shino-san effortlessly passes her about 4 meters to the side. Misaki is too slow to catch him now, which means the score is effectively already 0-3.
あれあれあれ
Why is this happening? Why is she falling for such simple feints? Oh, damn it, this is all my fault. I did not notice that his entire last match was a feint. Oh, yeah, I mean, it would have made sense. Misaki, Shino-san's not going to go for a dogfight.
どういうこと？
He's pulling out all the stops here. The dogfight in his last match was a trap he set for us.
新藤さんってそんな小細工するの？
I mean, if you know he's an all-rounder, then you should consider that he was probably just going to go for speed. And only when he's cornered would he go for a fight. But just because he used one match to become a fighter doesn't mean his next match is going to be a fighter. Okay. He sure did, and you're falling for his simple feints because you're expecting him to go for a dogfight.
そうかも。
We kept assuming he was positioning himself to gain an advantage in a dogfight, but those were all just feints. Damn it. If only I figured that out right away. His speed didn't drop because he was only shifting his shoulders slightly. Misaki's a player who can quickly react to her opponent's reactions, which is why she's really good at dogfights. She's a master of reading a person and acting accordingly. From what I've seen, I wouldn't say that, but... However, Shino-san is using that against her. He's abusing her excellent reaction times by shifting around slightly and making her overreact. Okay.
どうすればいい？どうすればいい？
Stay calm. You've still got time until he reaches the 4th line. Take a few deep breaths. Ignore all his feints. Don't react to them.
反応するなって言われても。
Shino-san hasn't been doing anything special. He's just advancing forward as fast as he can. I bet that won't change. But if I were to be Shindo-san, I would have expected them to do the shift and then use that as a feint as well, and then go into the fight, a dog fight, with them expecting it to be any different. I worked it twice already, so why give up now? No one in their right mind would give up on a successful strategy this soon. You're forgetting it's Shindo, so... And Shindo-san is definitely a logical thinker, that's why I don't think it's gonna work. Wait, I'm a total moron. I knew all along that Shindo-san was someone ruled by logical thoughts, so why didn't I notice? There's no way an all-rounder would take on a fighter of Misaki's caliber in a dogfight. Yep. From now on, think of him as a speeder. He may be fast, but Prez is even faster. Just don't bite on his feints and you'll stop him in his tracks.
わかった。やってみる。
Shino-san touches 4th, while Misaki is on her way to the 4th line. 0-3. Great. She ends up falling for his feints yet again. Guess the confusion from Shino-san breaking past her twice is still affecting her. Well, that's hardly a surprise since Misaki lacks mental fortitude. She somehow manages to straighten her posture and extend her hand towards Shindo-san. So close. She almost touched his toes there, which is something at least. Don't go after him, Misaki. You can't catch up. Hurry up and jump to the 1st line. She's not really saying fire, she's just quite frustrated. Misaki jumps to the 1st line and Shino-san touches first. And that makes it 0-4. I don't think this would be one-sided. Sorry. I didn't think this would be so one-sided. What a rough start.
どうしようどうしようどうしよう。フェイントに体が勝手に反応しちゃう。
Okay, I'm pretty sure this is against the rules, but close your eyes once you're in position on the first line. Wait, how is that against the rules? Or what he's going to come up with next, I'm guessing.
目を
You're acting because you see him twitch, right? Then all you have to do is not look, and move exactly as I tell you. Don't open your eyes until I say so. How's that against the rules? I mean, obviously we don't know the rules, but I don't understand how there would be a rule against this.
わかった。マサヤを信じる。
Because I mean, sure, having your player go not look, and then the second call out the position is kind of making feints not useful in a sense. You know, feints will be null and void. There will be no point in using feints. But having a player close their eyes and have a second relay position is a lot slower and unreliable. It's not going to be as good as a person's first hand view of the other player. Shino-san propels himself along the first line right as Misaki takes up her position on it. So, just trust me. I fix my eyes on Shindo-san. Huh? Shindo-san has noticed that Misaki isn't reacting to his feints. Now, open your eyes and fly towards your 9 at full speed.
Okay.
Misaki pounds into Shindo-san from below right as he transitions from a climb to a descent doing his zigzag.
Yatta!
Misaki's hand touches Shindo-san's chest, which results in him being propelled upward. Obviously not a point because it has to be the back. I'm actually surprised, because if we know Shindo, if he saw that she wasn't reacting to his feints, then I would have not gone try and pass her, but try and take the advantage in a fighting position. Okay. Nice job, Misaki. You managed to make him go flying in the opposite direction. Must have cut his speed a great deal. Plus, Misaki's recovery speed is faster because she's a fighter. Fighter's spirit tends to crumble when they can't touch their opponent, but that also means actually touching them lights a fire under them. The idea that you can turn the tide, take control of a match, is rather encouraging. So this is her hand trying to touch him there. But if I see this, that means they touch. Saki touches Shindo's chest again right as he begins to regain his balance. And by doing that, she pushes him upward and slows him further. Upward I wouldn't say is a good idea, because obviously from up to down you can use the gravity to increase your speed again. That's why downwards is always a bad idea to go. Saki, this is your chance. Pass him and go for his back.
Okay.
Saki uses the fast initial speed of a fighter to twist her body like a snake and slip behind Shindo-san. She successfully touches Shindo-san's back despite his attempt to evade. As a result, he is repelled back towards the last berry he touched. That's 1 to 4. Nice, take this chance and keep scoring. Grav shoes are an anti-gravity device, but that doesn't mean you're completely free from the influence of gravity. It still pulls on you, but shoes provide an opposing force to mostly counteract it. That's why you gain more speed when you're going down than when you're going up. And right now Misaki is directly above Shindo. She can reach him in an instant.
進藤さん、練習試合の時みたいにバチバチやりましょうよ。
できればやりたくないんだけどね。
Shino-san levels out with his back to the water surface, then spreads his arms and legs out to balance himself. That is a way to regain balance, but it also kills your speed. Shino-san wants to do a reversal.
大丈夫。その前に上から押さえ込んで潰すから。
A reversal is a maneuver where you slip right by an opponent that's coming in from above to steal the upper position. Shino-san's neck and shoulders shift to the right from Misaki's perspective, which makes it apparent that he wants to pass by that side of her.
進藤さんにはこのまま下にいてもらいます。
Misaki tilts her body to the right to get in his way, but... Ah, crap. Next thing I know, Shino-san does a contortion roll, moving both his legs to her right side in the process. Shino-san's face, which was just on Misaki's right, suddenly moves to her left, and then he uses his legs as an anchor to strain his body once more. Misaki had been approaching him at high speed, so it must have looked like he suddenly disappeared.
バチバチやろうか。
Shino-san slips past Misaki's left side right away, looms above her, and he touches Misaki's back. That brings the score to 1-5. Ah, damn it, Misaki's lack of self-control is killing her. An opponent who's attempting a reversal can't move very fast, so she should have approached him slowly. If she did, she wouldn't have fallen for his feint just now. But because she didn't think before she acted, that's also something that the second should try and convey. Okay, I need to relax. No point crying over spilled milk. Just like that idiom, but okay. No point about crying about it, yeah. We've wanted a dogfight all along, so this works just fine. Shino-san is off balance right now. Go get him. He touched Misaki's back while he was doing the reversal, which threw him away from her. As a fighter, Misaki's recovery time is a lot quicker. Misaki charges towards Shino-san as he floats above her. Nice. She's coming in from the side as she aims for his back. This is exactly what we wanted. Go Misaki, now's your chance. Shino-san tries to escape using an aileron roll, and having anticipated that, Misaki reacts accordingly. We got this. Oh wait, we can do this. We've got him on the ropes. We can beat Shindo-san. It's quite brave and bold to say that when you're down 1-5.
私の方が早い。
Interesting. So here she says
私の方が早い。
compared to you, or I am the faster one in a sense. She's saying that she's faster, when in English they're saying you're too slow. Wait, what? There's something off about Shino-san's movement. Feels like he's letting Misaki. Yep, I saw this coming. Shit. No, don't touch him. I didn't catch on fast enough. That's 2-5. Yeah, he used the propulsion to give himself speed again. Shino-san completely ignores Misaki and uses the repellent force from her touch to enter a perfect flight form. That's right. She pushed him right toward the next berry. Used her to get a speed boost. Misaki's been thrown in the opposite direction. She has no chance of catching up. Ah, damn it. I hate to mention it again, but again, it's the something he should have seen a possibility, I guess you could say. I'm such an idiot. I suppressed the urge to toss my headset. How did I make such a rookie mistake? Shinno-san even told us that he didn't want to dogfight, but I still let him trick me. The thought that he was trying to use her never even crossed my mind. Misaki, jump to the second line now. Don't lose focus. It's not over until it's over.
分かってる。
She sounds dead inside. That is the check. Yep. In the end, Shinno-san scores 2 additional points through Buri touches, and the match ends with a score of 2-7. I expected Shindo to win, but I expected a lot more, honestly. No, when I expected more, I meant in terms of Misaki scoring more. I wanted a little bit more of a closer match. I thought she'd be depressed about her loss, but oddly enough, she looks happy. Did you go and thank Shindo-san and Satorin-san for the match? I had expected Satorin-san to be the second for Shindo, but I'm again quite surprised they didn't even show her or mention her before.
してきた。ありがとうございます。勉強になりましたって。
Wait, what? How? What do you mean how? That she had learnt? Sure, it's kind of not what we would expect from Misaki, but I don't understand this because obviously isn't it quite obvious that she learned something from that? Even if she didn't want to learn? Anyway. A light smile forms on Misaki's face as she begins to speak.
いやー、圧倒的に負けちゃったけど、見た目ほど圧倒的じゃなかったと思うんだよね。
How exactly?
そもそも新藤さんがバチバチで来ると思ってたから序盤に一気に4点も取られたわけで、そういう思い込みがなければ展開は違ったはずだし。
True.
攻撃にしても切りもみとリバーサルで判断ミスしたのって私の慌てすぎだし、もっと言えば経験不足ってことだよね。
Right, those mistakes could have been avoided. I'm also partially to blame too. I wouldn't say partially, but sure.
新藤さんってさ、全国で最強クラスなわけでしょ？
I do tend to forget that myself. Yeah, he is. What?
もっと練習すれば私だってそこまでいけるかもなーなんて。
Getting motivation, which is good.
どうしてびっくりした顔をするの？
You do realize that means taking practice a lot more seriously, right? Misaki turns to look right at me with a dead serious expression on her face.
分かってる。今はそういう気分なんだからいいじゃない。
She smiles bashfully after saying that. A little while after my talk with Misaki, another Kunohama player brings up something even more surprising.
すごいです。
Please don't tell me. Asuka bobs her head up and down, looking beyond excited.
まさか2回も勝てるとは思ってませんでした。
Why? She is so excited. We could have easily seen that in the match. How excited she was to know that I'm about to win my second match, or her worry. They didn't even show the beginning of the match. Show her worrying about going to the match, or how did Masaya take the match? How did he perform during the match? What was his advice? How did he counter what the other player was doing? There's so much that can be added to this. And it feels like they just threw it out. Another thing I also want to mention is they didn't mention anything about the first round, the first half of the bracket, I should say, in regards to Inui and Ganeko. No idea how those matches went either, which are, in my opinion, important. If I was the coach in Marcia's position, I'd say I would have my players watch those matches specifically to gain knowledge and to learn from those matches, because I wouldn't know that those are strong players. You can learn just from watching it. Oh, obviously I say that, but again, we don't know if they actually did do that or not, but anyway. Yeah, that's unfortunate. It really is. I was thinking of going a little bit more today, but I feel like my mood's going to drop if I go any further. Anyway, just finishing off the first match is good enough. Obviously not much has happened. We just mainly got the first round, the talk before the first round, and a little talk afterwards. So, I hate sounding like a broken record, but there are obviously we know Marseille isn't a great coach, but you would expect that all he's doing is coaching right now, obviously. That's with how we've seen how he wants to help the team, that you would think that he would put a lot more into it. But again, we don't know how much effort he's putting into it. But there was so much during Misaki's match that he could have done to help. He offered advice to her to calm down once after the second points, after the second time he had passed her. It's just one of those things where I can only think negatively about it. My mind is quite tunnel visioned on that right now, so I don't think of anything positive is a bit difficult right now. Good thing that came out was Misaki trying to take this a lot more seriously. Sure, great, okay. That is one thing she needed, was motivation. That was one thing she was lacking compared to the other team members. Asuka was obviously the most motivated player to get better. Shindo also was quite, not Shindo, sorry, Shion. He's motivated because he wants to be the best in his way. Mashido wanted to improve as well because she had rivals and also because she wanted to improve herself. Misaki was the least motivated player among the group, but she was also the most skilled. When you're more skilled and above people, sometimes you do lose that motivation to improve because you feel like you are already above the rest in a sense. I didn't see her in that way, but she did not have that motivation, which she does have now. But we'll have to see how that transitions next time. Moves on next time. Anyway. I'm quite surprised we didn't see more of Shindo and SunaeVN before the match and during the match as well. Like we had before the other matches with like Rika, for example, where Marcia saw SunaeVN as second and even had to talk afterwards as well. Just trying to think of other things that happened that could have happened. I don't know. I also felt like the match was planned, maybe? I don't know, maybe I was also expecting a bit more from Shindo as well. Well, maybe it's because I also expected most of what had happened and what was going to happen. Don't know. Anyway, I was also expecting her to be a bit more upset after her match, but I mean, kind of went into it knowing that wasn't going to be an easy win. But okay. Now, lastly, I mentioned it before as well, and just now as well, that they really need to stop doing this, and I still don't see the point in doing it. There could have been so many different ways of going about it, and you kind of undersell it, I guess you could say. I don't know, because I think I like Asuka as a character, and seeing her get stronger is great as well. And her positive attitude and always wanting to do well and improve, and anything regarding flying circus or flying itself, she really enjoys and wants to do more of it. So when I see, sorry, where was it? This. As soon as I saw this, and saw this as well, but can I bring something up even more surprising? If it's so surprising, then why not show the match? Show how each player, regarding the other Konohama players and Marcia and even Asuka, I'd love to see their emotion and reaction during the match. I don't know, when another viewer commented about saying how it also felt a bit sad that we didn't see her first match win. Not only was her first match, but her win as well. It was a bit off. I thought, finally, I'm not the only one who thought that, but it still feels like, why are they trying to undersell Asuka in a sense? They're trying to put Asuka as like a side character, like Rika in a sense. Obviously, I can tell Rika's obviously not the main character. That's obvious. But you would think they would put more airtime on Asuka because she is, from what I can tell, the main character. Oh, I can go on and on and on. So, anyway, I was going to end it there and I just thought, okay, well, anyway, next time we'll go into a match which we did not see. Never mind. So yeah, unfortunately, that is that. So, who is she going to fight? Are we just going to go into the next round again and say, oh, she just lost to a no-named player? Because who is her next match? Is her next match Shindo then? Yeah, I think it is. That's an obvious. Oh, I just can't say obvious, but I would have loved to see a gradual see how Asuka plays, because last time we saw Asuka in a real match was Tatooine. That was her first match. I have no idea how Asuka actually even flies. We know she's an all-rounder, but that's only because we don't know her style. Oh, wow, this is really irritating me. Because now I'm going into the thoughts of her match against Shindo and thinking, obviously Shindo's going to win, but how close will it be? Will it be better than Misaki's as a bit of a shocker? But I don't know. Are they just trying to make that as a fact where we're trying to go into this without any knowledge and to make that as a shock? But again, it doesn't feel great to me. But anyway, again, it also makes me think that Marcia's reaction to it being surprising for her win as well, when he should obviously know her potential, her ability. And not only that, but also if he had done his job as a coach, did a bit of background to see how the opposing players flew and seeing their playstyle and ability, and seeing, okay, she has a chance here. Okay, yeah, as I mentioned, I can go on and on. And yeah, anyway, that'll be it for now. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you all enjoyed it. Please let me know what you thought, and I'll see you all next time.